morning. Today is another one of our first fives. Today we're looking at Psalm 39. Now, for some of us, the Psalms are things we're like, okay, can I just skip this and move on? Other times, like, no, that one's really good. And especially when you recognize that they're not really necessarily always like great theology. Sometimes they're just someone's heartache and frustration. And so what I love about Psalm 39, as we're going to talk about today, is we're in the season of Lent, the season of self-reflection, the season of acknowledging we don't have it all together, how in desperate need we are of Christ's presence. It's why on Ash Wednesday often we'll say from dust we come and to dust we go, because we recognize that life is short, that we don't have as much control. And I love Psalm 39 because I feel like it's as if the psalmist is trying to get us to understand we don't have control, but it doesn't mean God doesn't want to do something in us. And so here's what we find. I said, I will watch my ways and keep my tongue from sin. I'll put a muzzle on my mouth as long as the wicked are in my presence. Did you catch that? I'll put a muzzle on my mouth as long as the wicked are in my presence. But when I was silent and still, not even saying anything good, my anguish increased. My heart grew hot within me. And as I meditated, the fire burned. Then I spoke with my tongue. Show me, O Lord, my life's end and the number of my days. Let me know how fleeting is my life. You've made my days a mere handbreadth. The span of my years is as nothing before you. Each man's life is but a breath. Man is a mere phantom as he goes to and fro. He bustles about, but only in vain. He heaps up wealth, not knowing who will get it. But now, Lord, what do I look for? My hope is in you. Save me from all my transgressions. Do not make me the scorn of fools. I was silent. I would not open my mouth, for you are the one who has done this. Remove your scourge from me. I am overcome by the blow of your hand. You rebuke and discipline men for their sin. You consume their wealth like a moth. Each man is but a breath. Hear my prayer, O Lord. Listen to my cry for help. Be not deaf to my weeping, for I dwell with you as an alien, a stranger, as all my fathers were. Look away from me, and I may rejoice again before I depart and am no more. In other words, the psalmist recognizes that so often what we want to do, we don't do. We this anguish within us. We don't know how to control our tongue. And the other side of this is he recognizes what we so often miss. Life is short and precious. That's why I love Paul's words in Ephesians chapter 5 when he says, make the most of every opportunity. So this is what I think the psalmist is getting at. We can pick bad battles or dumb battles to argue about and things to be fired up about and things to talk about, and then we're going to regret the words that came out of our mouths. Or we can live as the kind of people who find ourselves in different position, who find ourselves in people who begin to recognize that we want to be a people who make the most of every opportunity, who we live in such a way that we can know that even though our life's short, what we're doing matters. And we're investing our time and our energy in things that build up the kingdom of God. That we're not allowing ourselves to be shaken in things that don't do that. That we're recognizing that all the other things become secondary. And so may you and I invest in people. May we spend time with God. May we reflect in the season of Lent the way God calls us to his cross to sacrifice our life for the sake of his kingdom. May you and I find his grace and his presence this day is more than enough. We'll catch you next time for another First Five.